Alright, welcome back. We are currently just early stages of twist mode with this hunter deck I've got. Um, uh, I don't know, the thing about twist is it's not really very complicated. It's just a bunch of older... I think if anything it's a bit too wide. It would be cool just like no core cards, just random, expansions from the past. Who Ran is nice to have though, because that's a card that a lot of people don't have. So it does sometimes give me some extra things. You know, obviously I can put it basically on anything, any of my death rattle things. So it's cool. Oh yeah, this is a new card I put in. I kind of like this card. I think it's quite cool. You know, if you get a good card, a good 3-mana card with you know, can't really complain, right? And it's not like that random. It's better than like Shifter Xeris or whatever. Because that is really like you might get like amazing legendaries on turn 1 and 2 and stuff, which is kind of annoying. But at least with this, you know what you're getting a lot more consistently. Oh yeah, used to like playing that card. That's another thing as well. It's kind of like just fun to like, because I'm not always browsing through the collection or whatever, because there's thousands of cards at this point. So just like that, you can just be like, oh yeah, I remember this. Of course, I won't get such a good one next time, but oh well. But yeah, obviously you prioritize.
Are you my master?
That's the thing. I just didn't want to be into this. I know that, like, I wish there wasn't so much a Cthulhu focus. At this point, though, it's like, why not?
Job's done.
It's actually quite an annoying card to deal with. He needs to use something on it. He's also unlikely to trigger this. This is actually quite useful, especially against new players. There's no reason they would want to trigger this, right? So it gives me a really easy opportunity to trigger it myself. I think you have to be quite a good player to know that you need to just deal with it, like both sections, sort of thing. They're not going to anticipate. Most people don't anticipate this card because they probably won't even know it exists, right? This basically prevents them from playing. That's a pretty solid play. Honestly, normally I would just play this against that, but I just have a feeling my ranking is low enough that I don't need to worry. I don't think he's going to be able to deal 5 damage to it. He could do. Actually, there's Shield Slam with Shield Block. There's the opportunity to do it potentially, but I'd probably get away with it most likely. He's thinking about it. But from a newer player's perspective, it makes more sense just to build the board up. And that's almost invariably what they do. What I can do actually is I can start. This will actually start to confuse them, right? It's a little bit awkward. I wish I had like I wish I had a few spells in here.
Signed in blood.
I could have traded the 1/1, but the thing is, it's kind of more fun to not do that, to see what they do. I'll probably play the 2 and the 4 here. Probably won't. I do have a lot of expensive cards, but then again, a lot of classes do. I think it was because I was looking for draw, and this card did used to get quite a lot of play in the past. Whether it's so. Oh yeah, this thing used to be a 3/6 that didn't summon whatever this I mean, that was massively buffed. 8-12. So what are they talking about, bro? I did put this in for my... Yeah, I'm not quite sure why she decided to put that in. It's quite hard. I only got one of them in there. It makes sense if we're going to try and do it, though.
Signed in
What was it? It gives you a 3-3. Might be able to pull it off. Not easy to get that effect out of it, though. There were, like, if you look, this is quite a unique effect. There's never been anything quite like this, and it was actually in proper decks. So I think it was in warrior decks probably more often. You can imagine that like that 8-12 would be very easy to trigger that, right? You'd get into that sort of that taunt standoff, which basically allows you to get things like that out. Well, I'd like ideally here would be a brawl. It'd be a pretty like terrible play, but like if you've got nothing else, makes me do brawl with shadow slams. So that might still work. Now the problem with this is it's actually possible now for me to get what I want, but the problem is that it's not really worth it. So at this point, if we've got any kind of... He'd probably brawl now, though. Yeah. I'm kind of forced to brawl in a way. If he's got it, right? And if he doesn't, he's probably lost. But some of these Caverns of Time decks, they don't really think about, like, this sort of thing. I don't know.
Did you bring some fish?
Okay. Doesn't synergize that well with Alex Straza though, does it? Yeah, if I traded the 5-4 in now, I would have what a 50-50 chance of getting a minion with 6 health or more. I'm thinking that I might need to do that here.
Cthulhu is my spear.
Yeah.
Tusk, tusk!
Makes sense to do it this way, right?
Hey, you need tickets.
There you go.
Job done.
Haven't used this much. Not worth playing that yet.
My dream ends. Your nightmare begins.
I was hoping to get it, but I can't really get it. Could be super aggressive and play that.
I wonder.
I'll take that out there.
Have enough
Yeah.
mana.
It's always handy when you get the Cthulhu out there. Honestly, this is not a great card. At least got a little bit buffed from what it used to be.
Cthulhu! Cthulhu! Cthulhu!
Caffeine shelters us.
What we got?
I have no time for games.
Blackmore said keep watch.
Need to keep the pressure up a little bit, I think.
Caffeine shelters us.
Cthulhu! Cthulhu! Cthulhu!
It's a difficult one.
Big mistake.
Yeah, you know what? It's kind of like I almost wish I did have a little bit more taunt in there, just to prevent them from being a little bit aggro. That's fine.
By the power of Ragnaros, I have the power!
I actually don't care about that hit. Yeah, that's the right play there. $15. Well, there is actually a play that potentially, if he had a yeah. Yeah, looks about right.
Welcome to the grand tournament, champion.
If you want. It's actually going to be fairly close if he does some decent trades here. I think he traded fairly badly though. Which basically has let me win. I'm not going to bother adding it up.
Let none survive.
But you can, so when you played this game for so long, you sort of just about tell. Thanks for watching.